Hello everyone, I'm Vijayendra. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Twin Tower attack, which is also famously known as the 9/11 attack. Firstly, what happened? The attack took place on 11 September 2001 in two major cities of the United States of America, namely New York City and Washington, D.C. A series of three attacks were carried out, after four planes were hijacked by 19 terrorists. Below shown are the flight paths of the four planes which had to undergo that unfortunate fate. Attack number 1. At 8:46 am, five hijackers crashed American Airlines Flight 11 into the northern facade of the World Trade Center's North Tower. 17 minutes after the first attack, at 9:03 am, another plane was seen approaching the World Trade Center by the first responders who were helping the survivors to get to safety. This flight was United Airlines Flight 175, which was hijacked by five people. The hijackers crashed this plane into the southern facade of the South Tower. Attack number 2. This attack was carried out on the United States Department of Defense's headquarters, the Pentagon. Five hijackers flew American Airlines Flight 77 into Pentagon, Washington, D.C. at 9:37 am. Attack number 3. This attack did not go as planned by the terrorists, as the takeoff of the flight was delayed by 45 minutes due to air traffic. By the time the flight finally took off, it was just minutes after the first attack, so both the cabin crew and the passengers were informed via cell phones about possible hijacking. When the hijackers finally took control of the plane, the passengers realized their fate and decided to take action by trying to regain control of the plane. Unfortunately, they could not succeed and the fourth plane crashed in a field in Sharksville, Pennsylvania. The actual target is unknown, but theories include the White House, US Capitol, and several other nuclear power plants. Those passengers undoubtedly fought bravely and saved countless number of lives. The four planes involved in the accident. First, American Airlines Flight 11, which was a Boeing 767. Second, United Airlines Flight 175, which again was a Boeing 767. Third, American Airlines Flight 77, which was a Boeing 757 that crashed into the Pentagon. And the fourth one was United Flight 93, which again was a Boeing 757 which crashed in the field in Sharksville, Pennsylvania. All the planes were filled with jet fuel, over 15,000 gallons each, which resulted in the huge explosions during their crashes. Casualties. Firstly, talking about civilians. 2,977 fatalities were observed and over 25,000 were injured. 343 fire officers and 72 law enforcement officers also passed away during the rescue operation. The attack also resulted in long-term health issues to survivors, the officers, and firefighters as the debris contained around 25,000 known contaminants, out of which many were carcinogens, the substances which cause cancer. Who did it? The answer, Al-Qaeda. Osama bin Laden initially denied any involvement in the attacks, but later a video was recovered by the United States Army from a destroyed house in Jalalabad, Afghanistan, which proved he knew that the attacks were going to be carried out. Shortly before the US presidential elections in 2004, bin Laden publicly acknowledged the involvement of Al-Qaeda in the 9/11 attack. The key operational planner of the attacks was Khalil Sheikh Mohammed. Khalil Sheikh Mohammed planned to blow up some dozen American planes in Asia during the mid-1990s, a plot that failed, but the dream of Khalil never failed. In 1996, Khalil met bin Laden in Afghanistan and the plan for the attack on September 11, 2001 was plotted. On December 27, 2001, a videotape was released by Al-Qaeda in which bin Laden said, quotes, "It has become clear that the West in general and America in particular have an unspeakable hatred for Islam. It is the hatred of crusaders. Terrorism against America deserves to be praised because it was a response to injustice aimed at forcing America to stop its support for Israel, which kills our people. We say that the end of the United States is imminent, whether bin Laden or his followers are alive or dead. for the awakening of the Muslim Ummah nation has occurred. In this video, however, bin Laden did not completely acknowledge his or Al-Qaeda's involvement in the attack. Another video was released just before the 2004 United States presidential elections, in which bin Laden finally acknowledged his involvement and said, quotes, "We are free and want to regain our freedom for our nation. As you undermine our security, we undermine yours." The aftermath of the attack. At 9:59 a.m., the World Trade Center's heavily damaged South Tower collapsed, and the North Tower fell 29 minutes later. Clouds of smoke and debris quickly filled the streets of Lower Manhattan. A number of buildings adjacent to the Twin Towers suffered serious damage, and several subsequently fell. Fires at the World Trade Center smoldered for more than 3 months. After the towers collapsed, the market was closed for 4 trading days. This was followed by a drastic decline in economy which took years to recover. The Federal Aviation Authority had put the United States airspace into immediate lockdown. All the planes inside the United States airspace were grounded, and the ones coming into the airspace from other parts of the world like Europe were diverted and landed somewhere else. A surge in incidents of harassment and hate crimes against South Asians, Middle Easterns, and anyone thought to be Middle Eastern-looking people, particularly Sikhs, because of their turbans. And as I already said, several health issues to survivors and first responders due to the carcinogens present in the debris. Today, airport security has been drastically improved. Investigation found that the attacks by the hijackers were basically carried out using cardboard cutters, which we ourselves could get in any stationery shop. Even though they managed to escape airport security, back then the rules did allow small knives and cardboard cutters to be taken on board aircrafts, which has been strictly banned now. A memorial has been built in the location where the Twin Towers used to be. The memorials are 2 man-made waterfalls, biggest in the USA, 1 acre each. The waterfalls each have the names of all the civilians and responders who lost their lives engraved in them. A museum has also been opened below the memorial, which contains several artifacts with material evidence, primary testimony, and historical records of response to February 26, 1993 and September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. These are the resources that I used for my presentation and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a nice day.